Hello, boys and girls. Today we're doing lesson 4 in skills. And by the end of the lesson, you will be able to recognize adjectives with the suffix O-U-S. And you will be able to understand the different meanings of the word well. So let's look at my first chart I have pulled up here. It is adjectives. Remember, an adjective is a describing word. Let's look at numbers 1 through 9. Number 1, monstrous. That is related to monsters. It means to be frightful or revolting. Number 2, disastrous. That's related to a disaster, most unfortunate. Number 3 is nervous. That's related to nerves, uneasy, excitable, or tense. Number 4, chivalrous. That is related to chivalry. That means to be considerate, loyal, or polite. Number 5 is enormous. That means very big. Number 6, generous. That means to be very giving or a large amount. Number 7, boisterous. That means to be noisy and rough. Number 8, hideous, horrible. Okay, hideous means horrible. Number 9, jealous. That means to be resentful and wishing to have someone else's possessions. So let's look at number 5. For example, I want you to think of a sentence with the word enormous used. Okay, so that means you are going to have to think of a noun. I'll give you about 10 to 15 seconds. If you need to pause this video, go ahead. Okay, the sentence I thought of was the monster was enormous. So now in your head, since I described that monster, I used my adjective, you have a pretty good picture of what that monster might look like. Okay, before we get into our read aloud today, I want to go over some of the words that we're going to see in our read aloud in our chapter. Okay, looking at the first column, there's that O-U. What sound does O-U make? That's right, it makes the sound. Let's look at the words in the first column. We have country, nervously, young, touched, generous. Next column, we have O-E. O-E also makes that sound. Okay, we have glove and we have come. Let's go on to our next chart. This is I call it the well chart because well can be used 3 different ways. Okay, it can be used as an adjective. Okay, you can describe something. I hope you are feeling well today. That means you are hoping that person feels good today. Okay, number 2, you can use it as a noun. For example, the family got their water from a well behind their house. And number 3, you can use it as an exclamation. Well, look at that hot air balloon, for example. Okay, usually that is used as a sentence starter. Okay, I want to go to our assignment that you are going to be doing today. You're going to be doing pages 17 and 18. And what you're going to do is read through and you're going to circle the word well wherever you see it. But you need to figure out if that word is an adjective, a noun, or an exclamation. And you're going to need different colors to do that. Okay, if you want to write this down while I explain it, go for it. Okay, if well is used as an adjective in that sentence, you are going to circle it green. So you might want to write adjective, green. Okay, if it's used as a noun, you're going to circle the word well in blue. And number 3, if it's used as an exclamation, you're going to circle it red. Okay, so let's do one together. If you don't have markers or crayons at home, you can go ahead and circle it and write a little G over the top of the circle if it's supposed to be green, or a B if it's supposed to be red, blue, or an R if it's supposed to be red. Okay, let's go to our sheet. And if you don't have a printer, go ahead and write numbers 1 through, I believe you're going to circle it 3 different times. Okay, you don't have to worry about this page here. So you could do numbers 1 through 3 and write, if number 1, the first time you found it, if it's an adjective, you're going to write adjective. Okay, if it's a noun, you could write noun. Okay, when you're finished, your guardian will take a picture and send it to your classroom teacher. So let's go ahead and start reading and see where we find well first. Sir Gus rode the king's horse out into the country. He galloped over green land and lovely rolling hills. All was well until he began to itch. How is well used in that sentence? That's right, it's used as an adjective. All was well until he began to itch, meaning everything was fine until he started to itch. Okay, so you're going to circle that word and you are going to write that little G on the top for green if you don't have markers or crayons. Okay, when you are finished with that, you're going to go into your little reader and read chapter 3. Starts on page 24. It's called All's Well That Ends Well. Okay, I'm going to go over some of the words that you are going to see in your read aloud. You can go ahead and close your eyes if you'd like. The first word is going to be well. We went over the 3 different meanings of well already. Okay, it can be an adjective, a noun, or an exclamation. Next word is shiver. That means to take shake due to fear or the cold. So for example, after swimming in the chilly lake, I began to shiver. Some sayings that you are going to read are eck. That's an exclamation used when someone is frustrated or surprised. For example, eck, there's a spider on my shoulder. Okay, so this is all we have for skills today. You're going to complete pages 17 and 18. You're circling the word well and deciding how it is used in that sentence. And then you could go ahead and read in your little reader. As a big 2nd grader, we're going to start learning how to read silently. So I would like for all of you to read the first page silently. And then the rest you can go ahead and read out loud. Okay, that's all I have for today.